Hey everybody, this is Ryan and Angela from LostInReviews.com here at South by Southwest. Angela finally joined me down here, so now we're going to start doing some video reviews.
Yeah, get caught up.
First film, let's talk about Electric Children.
Right, small little indie, of course they all are down here, directed by Rebecca Thomas, written and directed by her. After seeing the movie and with the Q&A, she did give a little insight that it was kind of based on her life. She grew up Mormon, so she was able to kind of pull from her own inspiration. The story basically takes place in a small Mormon community, one of the really, really strict ones, where a young girl claims that she's been immaculately conceived.
Right, like so it's a take on the Virgin Mary. But she's impregnated by music, which really intrigued me, and that's what I love most about the film.
Yeah, because these people are highly Mormon, teach about the story of Jesus and the Immaculate Conception, and when she comes along and says, "I listened to this tape that had music on it, and now I'm pregnant," they were like, "Who you been fucking?" Well,
yeah, they assume that she has been sleeping with her brother and that her brother got her pregnant, so then they excommunicate both of them, and the mom gives the daughter the keys to her truck, and she takes off in search of this band that wrote this song.
She thinks that's the father of her baby.
That's why she became pregnant.
Yeah, so kind of funny almost at first.
Yeah, I mean,
I wasn't sure if this was going to turn into something ridiculous, but it wasn't at all. It was actually really cute, and it really tests the skeptic inside of you by the way this story is.
Yeah, it's beautifully designed, and the cinematography is one of the things that most impressed me. There's a lot of throwbacks visually to other films like The Graduate.
Yeah, definitely. There's a big scene towards the end where I'm like, oh, they might go for The Graduate here. And she kind of said it inspired her. She wasn't necessarily trying to homage it, maybe.
Right, so let's talk about the acting.
Okay, Rory Culkin stars in this alongside.
This is one of the best roles I think he's ever had.
He was fantastic in this.
Yeah, definitely he's one of the Culkin brothers, so you expect a lot out of him, but this really fit his character.
He doesn't have all
the
crazy that the other one does.
He's a really great actor, and just his ability to play kind of this down-and-out skater kid who obviously has a wealthy family, but has chose to take his life down, more an edgy street.
Right.
He isn't the guy in the band, but he's the guy that follows around the band and lives with them, and he's kind of become this slacker, and he's living the punk rock lifestyle.
Very punk rock.
Yeah.
Lots of Hawaiian shirts, which I liked.
Yeah.
And then Julia Garner plays the young girl who claims she got pregnant. She actually is pregnant after a pregnancy test in this movie, so that's not really a spoiler because that's right in the early parts. But they have a connection, and they get along really well considering they're from two completely different worlds.
Yeah, and she's great in this as kind of like pure innocence kind of girl.
The most pure, sweet, innocent child.
She doesn't understand anything that's going on.
No.
And when you see the comparisons between her and girls of our generation, they really make the women of our generation look like sluts. Like any time, any moment.
Yeah.
The comparison is always.
Well, I mean, just looking at the way that she dresses, but I mean, it's also in her mindset, the way that she sees the world. That was really interesting too. It opened her.
Like she's never talked on a cell phone before.
No, she's never seen a black person before.
Right, and there's a moment in that where she says, "I've never seen anybody of your color."
So I really enjoyed the story and the score.
Yeah,
it was beautiful. It had a strong influence on music. And I really
and even
though
you have to play the same song over and over and over again, it works because the song's
great. It's catchy and it's romantic at the same time, and it adds to the story every time you actually hear it. So. Right.
So let's rate this.
Okay. Well, I really liked it. I don't really see any fault with it at all, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I hate to just say it's a 5 out of 5, but I don't know if there's anything wrong with it.
Well, it did have a little scenes where it lagged a bit for me. That's why I'm only going to give it 4 out of 5. So I'm going to give Electric Children 4 Music Can Impregnate You out of 5.
Well, then I'll go ahead and I'll do 4.5. So that was really good. 4.5 mixtapes out of 5.
All right. That is it for Electric Children here at South by Southwest down in Austin, Texas.